So the last piece we're going to talk about in the 1-3 notes are testing deductive arguments for validity and soundness. And Venn diagrams might help us do so. We don't need to test inductive arguments because we can't, right? We discussed that. So for example 4 says determine if the argument is valid, and if it is valid, determine if it's also sound. So A says the premise, one of them, is all narcotics are habit forming. And then I claim, actually, I'm not even going to read anymore. I'm just going to draw a Venn diagram based off of all narcotics are habit forming. Remember, all, that's kind of like our keyword for subsets. So I'm going to make a big circle. And this is habit forming. And then here in your little circle, that's where your narcotics are. And I got just a little too messy, but it was too hard to draw or write the whole word, so I'm just going to put an N for narcotics. Now it says aspirin is not habit forming. So I'm just going to put an X outside of the circle, right? So now I'm going to conclude aspirin is not a narcotic. Well, just looking over at my Venn diagram, it's true, right? I mean, just looking at the diagram, I don't see aspirin inside the habit-forming circle. And so that's why it is valid. Another reason is our conclusion is based off of our premises. Now, is it sound or not sound? Well, that's based off of if this is true and this is true. Now, if you're tested on this, I'll give you things that you know information about, because some of us might not know this. But actually, both of these premises are true, okay? So that's why it is sound. And I'll just write down here for your notes, because both premises are true. Now for B, no country is an island. So to bring it back to other sections that we've learned about, this no country is an island. Well, no means disjoint. So I have one circle here is a country or countries, and another circle here, which are islands. And then it says Iceland is a country. So I'm going to put Iceland inside of my country circle. And now I'm just going to go to my conclusion. Iceland is not an island. All right, so in order to determine if it's valid or invalid, you just focus on your diagram. And Iceland is not inside the island circle, right? So that's why this conclusion is valid. But let's ask if it's sound. Remember, it's based off of if your premises are true. Well, no country is an island. That's not true, right? I mean, the first one I think of is Australia. So that is why it is not sound. All right, so our last one. If an employee is regularly late, then the employee will be fired. So how you draw a Venn diagram for the if-then, your conditionals, that's that idea of subsets. So there's multiple reasons you can be fired. Being late is one of them. And, regularly late, but I'm just not going to write it all. Then the next premise is Sharon was fired. Well, I don't know if she was late, right? She could have maybe not shown up for a shift at all. She could have stolen money. So Sharon has to go right, and let me actually give me a different color. Right on the edge. Okay, maybe she's late, maybe she's not, but I can't put it in either circle. I can't commit to either one. So right on the edge of the late circle. And for that reason, now I'm concluding Sharon was regularly late. Well, I don't know, right? We're not positive about that. And my Venn diagram gives it away, actually, right? It's not clear what she did. So that's my wonderful animal. So that's why this is going to be invalid. And if it's invalid, it cannot be sound. Okay, see you next time.